Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing details. Today, we're discussing the Audemars Piguet Jules Audemars Automatic. This is the reference 15120OR in rose gold, and it was sold in 2011. It's an early G serial number. So 39 millimeters in diameter in rose gold. The watch is 10 millimeters thick. It is 44.7 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. On my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, it wears beautifully. Being less than 45 millimeters lug to lug, it fits handsomely on a smaller wrist, and I could recommend it for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. It's also quite flat and will fit underneath any kind of a tight sleeve or dress cuff. Let's do one quick over the top shot, one more cuff shot. Taking a look at the strap, Audemars Piguet. Factory strap in brand new condition, calfskin on the bottom, a sheer cut side, contrasting stitch, and then large rectangular scale alligator leather in a matte finished reddish brown. The watch does include curved spring bars, so the lugs can be drilled relatively close to the case with no impediment to the motion of the strap. And then the buckle is a matching rose gold Audemars Piguet piece. The case is handsomely made, a little bit more sophisticated than what would have been its rival from Patek Philippe. So something like a 5296 would have been the rival to this, and 5296s don't have welded lug cases. That's what we have right here. The case was made. It had slots for the lugs. The lugs were built separately. They were inserted into the case, and then they were welded into place with evidence of the weld, all of the remaining material removed to create that beautifully sharp break between the case and the lug. That is evidence of a handcrafted case and welded lug construction. The bezel's polished, the lug hoods are polished. The side of the lug is actually vertically satinated. Then we have double finish with the mid-case longitudinally satinated. There's a little bit of a polished lip to the case back. And then the watch features a somewhat recessed crown to create less protuberance on the side and less of a visual, I suppose you could say, asymmetry. It's less jarring to have a slightly countersunk AP logo polished crown. Taking a look at the dial, you can see it's inboard of a bezel that is alternately vertical and conical, and you can see the case is quite beautifully layered. The dial has a lovely rose pattern at center, almost like a pinwheel splaying out from the middle. We have a flat opaline track on which the hour indices are mounted, and they are stylized Roman numerals in rose gold with a watchmaker's 4 and a cropped 3. There's a small track outboard for reading your seconds and minutes, and then we have feuille or leaf style hands for the hours and minutes and a counterweighted lancet style seconds hand. We have a stepped aperture for the date, which is nice because you don't have a sheer break from the dial down to the date. You have that little stepped for a progressive transition. The watch does have a hacking seconds function. Again, unlike something along the lines of a 5296, and there is a quick set for the date should you wish to set the date quickly. The dial has a little bit of an ivory color to it overall, so it's not quite a silver opaline, it's more of an ivory, which beautifully matches the rose gold of the case. On the reverse side, you can see Audemars Piguet caliber 3120, bidirectional automatic winding with high-efficiency ceramic rotor bearings. We have a 22-karat gold mass featuring the coats of arms of the Audemars and Piguet family, reminding you that AP is the oldest continuously family-owned and run watch brand in Switzerland. All of this is 30 meters water resistant, and yes, AP makes its own cases. The movement is the same base that's used in an offshore, so it's very tough. It's fairly thick, which is good for its robustness, and then it has a full balance bridge with a batwing style bridge and a free sprung Gyromax style balance, which makes for shock resistance, but with the Gyromax also very precise adjustment and setting. It is a 60-hour power reserve, and it beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It makes up for its lack of a high beat rate with a very stable balance structure and a very large balance with a large amount of mass. It pivots on 40 joules, and it contains a judicious blend of hand finishing and mechanical finishing. It's certainly worth buying a loupe because it's everything you would expect from an Audemars Piguet. It has the toughness with the heart of an offshore, but also the beauty with the handmade case and the gorgeous 3120 manufacture base movement. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.